Joined now by Ole Miss quarterback Chad Kelly, one of the best in the country and potential first overall pick in the draft coming up. And he's coming off a big game against Georgia, lit it up. Rebels now up to 16 in the latest poll. Chad, how are you, buddy? What's happening? Thanks for joining us.
Yes, sir. You too. Thank you for having me.
Chad, you guys had a big rebound game against the Bulldogs. I caught a good part of it. You just stepped on them early and just utterly destroyed them. Nice game for you statistically, almost 300 yards, couple of touchdowns. Also ran one in. You passed Eli for most consecutive games with a touchdown pass. So what was different about this game compared to the other big games against, say, Florida State and Alabama?
Well, I think first thing was the way we prepared in practice was definitely different. We knew that we had to take care of the football. It was going to be a four-quarter battle, and we had to make sure in the second half we come out firing too. So I think the biggest thing, though, was definitely the turnovers. We were able to keep them at a minimum, and we know that if we don't turn the ball over, we're very hard to stop. So that was a big one this week.
Chad, you guys are sitting at 2-2, and many say those two losses eliminate you from the playoff. You guys feel that way? You still feel that there's a chance if you get some big wins down the stretch?
Well, you got to have faith that you can get it done for the whole season. So we definitely feel like we still have a great team. We're confident in each other and in our coaches. We're just focused on the next game, and as long as we take game by game, we'll let the other stuff play out itself.
Chad Kelly, Ole Miss quarterback, with us here on Tiki and Tierney, CBS Sports Radio.
What do you think about beating Eli's record of a TD in 17 straight games? Does that bode well for you on the next level, at least in your mind?
You can't even really look at it that way. I'd rather wish we were winning 17 straight rather than just breaking a record, throwing a TD in every game. I just want to keep on winning. That's my goal as a quarterback. That's what you need to do. That's how you're remembered. So just got to keep on taking care of the football, and good things will happen.
You know, Chad, obviously the maturation process is different for everybody. You've got an interesting background, and it looks like you're in a good place right now. What have you learned from the mistakes you made in the past?
Life is precious. Life is precious, and you got to really own up to what you do, and the decisions you make could affect not only you but your family, your university. You're the face of this franchise here at Ole Miss. So every decision you make will be multiplied by 100, and you got to live and learn from your mistakes.
Chad Kelly, Ole Miss quarterback, with us here on Tiki and Tierney, CBS Sports Radio. For those who might not know, your uncle is Hall of Fame quarterback Jim Kelly, who was just phenomenal. What has he taught you and told you about playing the quarterback position?
Take what the defense gives you. The fat chick in the flats might not be the sexiest thing to do, but it'll get the job done, and it'll open it up. So just run the ball if it ain't open, and get positive yards every time you're out there.
Is it in your blood? Is this something you dreamed about since you were a kid, especially when you've had such a successful bloodline, so to speak?
Well, I think just growing up, being around football every year, every game the Bills had at home, I was there, whether it was on the sidelines or in the stadium. So I think it's something that I've always wanted to do, and my dad has instilled into me when I was a young kid that hard work pays off. And ever since I was about 8 years old, I was out either in the backyard or at the park, punting it, passing it, and kicking it, and he said it'll all pay off one day. So I gotta give thanks to my dad for pushing me as hard as he did. Some days I didn't want to go out and do that, but he knew in the end it would all pay off.
You know, that's an interesting point right there, Chad. Is there a fine line with dads pushing their kids too far, but still allowing you to love the game?
Well, I think just kind of growing up, I was always kind of not the one to get bullied, but the one to always get talked about and to get talked badly about when I was just trying to make a way, trying to make a living out of something that I really love doing. That was the biggest thing my dad always said. He just said it was going to pay off, and I really never understood what he really meant by that. But now I'm starting to see more and more, because just my arm in general isn't the normal arm. I have a little brother who's 15 years old, and he can throw it about 60, 65 yards. But at that age, I was able to launch it over about 70 yards. So I don't know if he worked just as hard as I did, but I tried to teach him that the hard work will pay off, and he finally gets it. So I don't know if my dad had backed off a little bit or kind of let him do his own thing, which he's really good in some other sports. But I think just as a kid, my dad just kept on telling me hard work will pay off.
Talking to Chad Kelly, Ole Miss quarterback here on Tiki and Tierney, CBS Sports Radio. So, Chad, it's obviously paid off. And let's flash back. SEC Media Day. This grabbed a few headlines here. You proclaimed that you were the best quarterback in the conference, and some people scoffed at that. You think you're proving those detractors wrong right now?
Like I said, I'm just trying to get better every single day of the week, and I leave that up to other people to decide. But I have confidence in myself, and I have confidence in my teammates that I can get the job done, and so can they.
Look, there's a lot of the season left, but the NFL should be calling your name pretty early in the 2017 draft. How do you keep that distraction, the culmination of the dream that all football players look towards, from seeping into the job that's still left to be done?
Well, I got about 15 to 20 things written down on a sheet of paper all over my house. I got one in the bathroom, the laundry room, downstairs in the living room that I look at every day, and it's doing the right thing, whether it's on the field, off the field, wherever I'm at. I have to make sure I'm doing the right thing because, like I said before, everything will be multiplied by 100, whatever you do, whether it's good or bad. So you just got to keep focused, stay humble, and keep working hard.
One of the best quarterbacks in the country with us here on Tiki and Tierney, CBS Sports Radio. Chad Kelly from Ole Miss, coming off a big win against Georgia. All right, so you have Memphis coming up next here. Is the game plan very different? What do you guys do going up against Memphis, coming off the big win against Georgia, emotionally?
Yeah, I mean Memphis is a team. I mean they're a good team. They beat us last year. They've proven they have a good team. They got good players. They got great coaches. So we just got to make sure we come out to practice with a lot of intensity and understand what this game means to not only us but this university. This is a big game. So we just got to make sure we keep on playing the way we are, keep taking care of the ball, and good things will happen.
So what's been the message from Coach Freeze?
Just keep focused. Keep focused. We can't look back to wish we would have did something different. We just got to keep on looking forward and keep on fighting and keep bringing it every day in practice.
Chad, we appreciate you joining us for a few minutes. Good luck for the rest of the season.
Well, thank you. Appreciate you having me. And you know what's so funny is that me and the running backs were just talking about you on Friday night at the hotel. And we just started talking about some older running backs, and you came up, and it's pretty neat that I'm talking to you, which I appreciate it.
Yeah, I know. I'm an old head. Tell him I said high and tight, always.
High and tight, exactly. You are exactly right.
Good luck, Chad. Appreciate you again.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Take care.